Hello, this is Charles Lewis coming to you from Diamond Mind Studios, where we encourage you to utilize the power of your beautiful mind to rise to your fullest potential. So, today I want to talk to you about creation versus choosing. As a son or daughter of the limitless creator, we too are limitless creators, right? When we talk about trying to manifest things that we're believing for, we tend to use the word creation a lot. Okay, I need to create favorable circumstances for myself. I need to recreate myself. And it's reasonable to say that, you know, given the foundation of our knowledge about the situation. But the truth is, creation is already done. And you hear me talking about it all the time. You hear a lot of other manifestation coaches, preachers telling you that it's already done, it's already done, it's already done. So today I want to go in depth about it already being done and what you can do to help yourself accept this. So we could take it back to Genesis. You know the story of creation, and obviously anybody who's followed me for any length of time know that I don't view the Bible as a history book. I look at it as I take an esoteric approach to the Bible, and I just look for the meaning behind the meaning. Not saying that some of it can't be historically fact, but I don't bog myself down in the details of this man just I'm strictly there for the knowledge, the wisdom, and the power, which it has, and a lot of other books have it too. But I don't look at the Bible as a history book. I look at it as a book of wisdom, a book of knowledge, a book of hope and guidance. So when I'm viewing certain scriptures, I do it from a bit of a distance, okay? Because I'm only trying to get the meaning behind the meaning behind the story. And when you read the stories of Jesus, he told these stories, these parables. They weren't necessarily true stories, but it was for you to get the meaning behind it. He was trying to make a point. And it's easier for a human being to observe and receive a point when it's given in the context of a story than to just lay it flat out. I could say, if you knew better, you do better. But it would be much more effective if I told you a story which encapsulated the fact that you knowing better, helps you do better in the long run. So anyway, back to Genesis. Genesis, most of us have read the story of creation. God said, let there be light, and how he made man and how he, did all of that stuff. You can go back to Genesis and read it yourself. But the point I'm trying to make is, on the seventh day, he rested, right? He rested because creation at that point was done. Okay? So, just keep that in your mind. We're going to skip over to Mark 11:24, which is one of my top 3 favorite verses of the Bible, where it tells you to, when you stand praying, believe that you have already received it. Right? And I've got so many videos about this. I've talked about this ad nauseum. I talk about it in the book, several different chapters. But in order for us to, and I believe that scripture is the key to all manifestations, right? If you believe that you already have something, you will get it. And it's a little counterintuitive. I get that because, we live in a physical universe where we have to use our senses in order to operate in that physical universe. But it's the spirit that created the physical. Everything that we physically see began with a mental, spiritual thought. Okay? So, anything that you see, the chair you're sitting in, the home you're living in, the car that you're driving, began as a thought, right? And based on the strength of that thought, information was downloaded to that individual, and eventually the physical manifestation of that initial thought was brought to pass. This is the key to all manifestations. Believing that it's already finished. Again, you don't get what you want. You get what you are. Okay? So, to go into it just a little bit deeper, anytime you have a desire, it's because you are already experiencing whatever you're believing for, whatever that desire is, multidimensionally. And it took me a while to grasp this concept. So I'll try to explain it as best as I possibly can. There are infinite versions of you experiencing an infinite number of circumstances. There are multi-dimensional versions of you that's experiencing everything you desire. Anytime you get a desire, it's an indication that, hey, somewhere in some dimension, I'm already experiencing this. That's why I had this desire. Bringing you back to the fact that it's already done. Creation is totally finished. All you have to do is now choose which multi-dimensional version of yourself you want to experience. There's a rich you, there's a poor you, there's a sick you, there's a mediocre you. There's a CEO version of yourself. There is a garbage collecting version of yourself. There is a drug addict version of yourself. There is a motivational speaking version of yourself. There is a multi-billionaire version of yourself. You get to choose. That's the beauty of this whole thing, is that out of everything that you could possibly be, that you already are, out of everything that you already are, free will gives you the opportunity to choose whatever you want to be. And it's just as simple as embodying what it would feel like to experience whatever you're believing for. And it's already done. The fact that it's already done, it doesn't matter what it is. It's already done. Whatever you're thinking about, whatever is going on, say it's just some sickness in your body, there's a multi-dimensional version of yourself that does not have that sickness. There's a multi-dimensional version of yourself that's experiencing freedom and health and every aspect of your body. There's a perfect version of you. However you want to, all you have to do is choose it. It already exists. So to go back to my initial point, we are creators only in terms of allowing certain circumstances to happen by the thoughts that we embrace and focus on. But we're really not creating anything. Creation is already done. Our job is to choose from what's already been created and embody that. So if you're, just having a tough time at your job or something like that, and you can choose the multi-dimensional version of yourself that has the job that they want to have, that's living a life of financial freedom. There is that version of you that already exists. And like I said, it took me a while to really embrace it. But even if you don't want to go into that, just believe that it's already done, right? Me, I'm a thinker, unfortunately, and sometimes I overthink things, but it's just a revelation I got that everything has already been created. That's why it's already done. So if you can think about it, it already exists. And all you have to do is just focus on whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, and believe and have a conviction and a knowing that it's already done. There's one thing to just, I hope I get lucky, or, I hope things turn out in my favor. There's something totally different between that and the conviction that I know that whatever I want, I've already got it. And when you already have something, you behave differently. You're not constantly worrying about it. Like, just think about when you were a kid and you asked your mom for a bike for your birthday, right? And she told you up front, yes, I will get you that bike for your birthday. You've been a good kid. The bike is yours. Don't even worry about it. Once she told you that, or once your dad told you that, or your parents, whatever your situation was, you didn't think about it anymore. In fact, you were excited and ecstatic because you knew that you were going to get that bike for your birthday. There was no doubt that you weren't going to get it. You knew she wasn't going to go back on her word. You knew that that bike was coming into your experience on your birthday, and you woke up every day excited because you knew it was already done. This is the same exact thing. Your Heavenly Father will grant whatever request you make. It is all because it is already done. So it's really not a petition. I mean, it's a little weird because it's already done. You're choosing it, and you're thanking God for it in advance. So just remember that the free will is something so beautiful. And free will is just your ability to choose whatever you want to experience. And once you've made that choice, you believe it wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. Not wanting, not wishing, not hoping, but knowing that it's already done, just like you knew when your parents said you were going to get that toy or that bike for you. You knew it was already done. And then you went out into life with a certain type of expectancy. You knew it was already done. You didn't know how they were going to manage to pay for it. You didn't know where they were going to get the bike or the toy from. You just knew that you had it. And you would imagine yourself riding that bike up and down the street. So whatever it is that you want, I want you to know that it's already done. I want you to focus on how you would feel once you've achieved that manifestation. And not just ignore 3D circumstances, because on that path, you are going to have 3D circumstances that are contrary to what you're believing for, right? And I'm not saying ignore those, because guess what? Those 3D circumstances that you're experiencing now, it's one of infinite possibilities that can happen. I mean, you are all of it. You are every experience. So we don't have to cuss our experiences out or have any type of ill will towards what it looks like now, because it's a difference between what it's going to look like and what it's going to be. Like, I don't care what stuff looks like. I know what it's going to look like because I focus on what I want it to be. And there's no time in my life where I've ever focused on something that I wanted wholeheartedly and was indifferent to 3D circumstances that I have not received. So, send you much love, peace, prosperity, wisdom is my prayer for you. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.